Hi everyone, Elizabeth here at thevineyardtrail.com, and today we are going to make two trails. One is a trail where you leave and return to the same place in a day, and the other one is where you start in one place and end up in another place. And so let's just get going here by clicking Make My Trail. And the first trail we're going to make is one where we are going to just be local. And so I'm going to call this the Great Oklahoma Trail. And you click in the date box, pick your date. Let's say we're going to do this on Saturday, and we're going to start at noon and we'll be done by 6. I start here in Norman, Oklahoma. I end up in Norman, Oklahoma. This is where you can decide how many miles away you want to go, and I'm going to leave it at 30 miles, but you can put it at whatever you want. And how much time you'd like to spend at the wineries you can also adjust here. Once you fill in this box, you can click Create My Trail, and then that will allow you to start selecting vineyards and wineries off of the map. So what you'll notice right away is that we have some white dots and we have some red dots, and these red dots are ones that are within your search. And so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose Copper Cellars. I clicked on the dot and I can simply click Add to Trail, and it's going to put it in my box here. Now I'll just point out, first thing is that we got this little warning sign here, the red box with the yellow triangle, and that message is that the winery may be closed. So you would want to contact Copper Cellars and give them a call to make sure they're going to be open at the time that you'd like to be there. So now I'll click another one here. Oh, we'll go up to Deer Creek, and I'm going to add that to the trail. And then I might want to go check out Native Spirits. So I'm really just clicking on the dots, right, and adding them. And we'll put 4 in. There's Chapel Creek. So I'm going to add that to the trail as well. So now I've got 4 all around the Oklahoma City metro area. From this point, you could organize these manually, right, the up and down buttons. You could delete one by clicking on the X in case you've accidentally added it there. And if we want the system to tell us what the best route is, we just click this button, Best Route. And it's going to organize them for us. You'll see that when I started, Copper Cellars was here at the top, but the system thinks Copper Cellars is better as a second visit. Also notice that it tells you your total driving time, your total tasting time, and then the total trailing time altogether. In the box, it gives you some basic information, including the address, from here to the next destination, how far, and you can print. Now, in order to print more than once, you have to sign up for a free account, but you can print this trail. And there's other things that you can do in here, which we cover in other videos. If you decide that you need to edit the details of the trail, you can do that right here by clicking Edit Trail Details. And then you could change the information here, like say you had chose a day and changed your mind, you want it to be a different day, or you want to change the name of the trail. You can do all of that, or change the times. And then after you change that information, you would just hit update. It would update it for you. Okay, so that is the trail where you start in one place and you end up in the same place. Now let's do a trail where you start in one place but you end up at a different place. So I'm going to exit without saving this. And just like we did with that first kind of trail, you would start with Make My Trail. And you get the same box, and this, I'm going to call this the Little Rock Trip, Little Rock Trail. And we're going to still do this on the 16th of December. I'm going to start, we're going to leave early or in the morning. We're going to start about 10. And we're going to go a little bit later. We'll go to 7 p.m. We're going to start in Norman, and we're going to end up in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I don't want to search 30 miles away from my route, right? I think I'm only going to search 10 miles off of my route, and I'm only going to spend 15 minutes at each vineyard winery, just enough to get a quick taste. I'll hit create my trail, and again, what you'll see when the map loads is that everything that's within your parameters will be red. And so I'm going to go right here, and I'll add Copper Cellars to the trail. And then again, you got that we have that warning sign, so we'd have to call them and make sure. And then the next one that is close enough is once we get into Arkansas. And now I can zoom in on this if I need to see a little bit closer what's going on here. And I think I'll try and do Claire Bennett, or Claire Bennett, not sure how to say that. So we'll do that one, and we'll do Chateau Au Arc. And that should leave me just enough time, perhaps, for when I get closer to Little Rock, that I can stop here at the Movie House Winery. And so I just click Add to Trail. And then I can come over here, and it's basically the same thing, right? I'm going to click Best Route, make sure that I'm taking my best route. I don't think it changed anything there. I am going to check with Copper Cellars, and here it creates the same thing for you. And so 5 hours, 9 minutes. We're going to taste for an hour, but that's because we only spent 15 minutes at each place, and our total time is 6 hours and 9 minutes. And then, of course, we end up in Little Rock. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. Be sure and check out our other help videos, and happy trailing.